All right, we will get back to the homework in just a minute. But tonight, our friend from the Seneca Park Zoo are here. Welcome.
And we have some cool friends today.
Oh, great friends.
We have Annika with us for the first time, but also we have Doug. So bring Doug over here with us and tell us a little bit about Doug.
Well, Doug is a three-banded armadillo, and they're native to South America. There are 20 species of armadillo. Only one actually lives in the United States, but this guy lives in South America.
So the ones that would see on the roads in Texas would be
They're the nine-banded armadillo, and they're much bigger actually.
So nine-banded, what's banded?
Sure, so in the back of the shell you can see the hinges here. He's got the three bands, and so the nine-banded armadillo would have more.
Is he bigger?
He's significantly bigger. And also a big difference is these guys, the three-banded, he can roll into this. He's actually not in a complete ball right now. He can get even tighter, but they're the only ones that can roll into a ball. The nine-banded one actually can't. So see how his head is that triangle shape, and it can actually go further down and meet his tail completely.
Wow.
And that's to help him protect himself from predators.
And now what would be typical predators where these guys are found?
Sure, so humans are actually a large predator of them, but in terms of other animals, a jaguar would be the main predator. The jaguar is an animal that can get its entire jaws around his shell. Otherwise, another predator wouldn't be able to open him up.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting, we're looking at him right now, he's trembling a little bit, but armadillos are mammals, and I'm sure all you kids learned mammals have hair. And if we look carefully, we can see that
right here.
He's a little hair sticking out, but let's talk about what his shell actually is made out of.
Yeah, his shell is actually made out of the same thing that our hair and our fingernails are made out of. And he does have the ability to sense some feeling through the shell. And the hairs that you mentioned before can also sense motion. So when he's rolled tight in that ball, if he can feel motion, he might stay still in his ball. But when he doesn't feel that anymore, he can open up.
Yeah. And now we can see his claws sticking out here. He's kind of shaking there a little bit. Let's talk about what they would eat in the wild.
Sure. So in the wild, they're going to eat mostly beetle larvae, but they also love ants and termites. And in the rainy season, they would eat fruit. But those nails that you can see right here in the front are for digging, and they're really helpful for him when he wants to get into a termite nest or get down and dig in some ant nests.
Very cool.
So where do armadillos live in terms of, do they live in a tree? Do they live in the ground? Where
Sure. So he lives in the ground,
habitat?
and it's mostly grassy kind of areas on the edges of rainforests. So that's where he likes to live.
So does he dig a hole in the ground, or he lives on the ground?
So they love to live in holes under the ground, but they don't. Scientists don't think they typically dig their own. They have been using anteater dens that have been abandoned.
Oh, very cool.
And typically they're solitary animals in the wild, although they have been found in groups to huddle together when it's been really cold out.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that's I'm sure the people at home probably wondering why he's looks like he's shivering there.
No, he's actually not cold. He's pretty warm, so he's okay. We take very careful care.
Is he a little nervous here being on camera?
Maybe just excited.
Ah, good. Yeah.
Feeling famous.
Well, sort of famous, huh? Oh, very cool. All right, now in the zoo, what do you feed him?
Sure. So in the zoo, we feed him dog food, but we also give him mealworms. So he's getting the insect component, and also, of course, fruit. So it mimics his diet in the wild.
Yeah, very cool.
So how does he move around? So it's like in a cartoon, you'd like roll in a ball and just roll wherever he's got to go. So how does he get around?
That's actually a myth. So he can't roll. The ball is strictly for protection, and he wouldn't be moving. They are pretty quick, so he would run pretty quickly on the floor. Oh, you could see him open a little bit. If you can see his feet, the pads are there. He walks on the pads on the back, and then these nails on the front are what his front weight's going on. And they're actually really good swimmers. So they do a mean dog paddle. And they like to swim.
Armadillo paddle. That doesn't sound
I know.
Very cool.
Yeah, so they can get around in water and land.
All right, one last question. How long do these guys live in the zoo or in the wild?
Sure. So in our conservation care, they can live to up to 20 years. So Doug is only about 5. He's got a long way to go. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing him on. And
thank you
welcome.
so much.
We'll see you more here on the show.
That'd be nice.
Okay. Well, thanks, Annika.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Now, if you want to learn more about other animals, you can visit our website, homeworkhotline.org, and click on videos.